You've built an AI product using the client-funded Bootstrap model in part one. Your clients are using it, they're paying you, but now what? Most people stop here. They've got the infrastructure, they've got the users, and they think that they're done. But you're still sitting on a gold mine and you don't even realize it. The real competitive advantage isn't just building a product anymore with AI. It's using your clients to train your AI system better than anyone else on the market. See, in part one, we talked about using client money to build and standardize your processes, bottle up your expertise, automate what you could, and you created something that's actually scalable. But here's what most people are missing. Every client interaction, every piece of feedback, every result they get is making your system smarter if you know how to capture it. In this video, I'm showing you exactly how to use client feedback, dual knowledge bases, and strategic onboarding to create self-improving systems that gets exponentially better with every user. This is a part 2 of the bootstrapping series, and by the end of this, you'll understand how to turn every client into a competitive advantage. That makes your business more valuable than anyone else's over time. But as always, before we get into it, I'm running a challenge for myself in the month of February to post 196 unique pieces of content across my social media using an AI system that I've built. This challenge is to prove that it is possible and to show how posting that much content could change the trajectory of your business. So to show your support, and if you want to follow along, please like and subscribe on my YouTube. Plus, if you head over to my Instagram page and direct message me 196, you'll be one of the first to get the exact system once the month is complete. Now let's make your AI more valuable than all of your competitors. So I've got up the part one. Sorry, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It's extremely important. This is how to use client money to bootstrap your AI product. I've done this many times where bootstrapped a software company. There's a little bit more to it, but I just want to touch on it quickly before we dive into it on how we're going to use our clients to make it even more valuable. So the traditional model, I'm not going to get into, but basically using client money here, client money to automate the processes that we know that we need. This is what we did with Cloud 37. It's like we didn't want to dilute ourselves. We wanted to make sure that we could pivot over time, and we didn't want to have investors being our bosses. So Cloud 37 was built by using agent workflows. We needed to automate the repetitive tasks of these. The knowledge bases that were behind it, we needed to make more knowledge bases for people so the agent workflows could plug in. Then there was collecting the info that go into the knowledge base. And then there's the onboarding piece, which is going to be its own separate video. As you can see, this is the assembly line stuff that I continue to talk about. That's the repetitions. This is stuff that we're doing. But in this video, we're going into the client stuff. So we've got our product built. We've bottled up our expertise. We've AI-ified our processes, whatever you want to call it. We're further ahead now. Clients are using the system. So we've got our clients and system. Can't spell. Clients and system. Great. We're collecting money, which is fantastic, like we talked about. And then the system works. But there's still the missing piece of how do we make this system better? Because as AI continues to progress and as these technologies continue to progress, there's going to be more people who are going to build these systems. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. You're not the only person who is an expert in the field that you're in. If you are, I would be very surprised. That it may be a very rare case, but you know that you're not the only expert in this niche that are trying to go after the same clients. So when somebody else launches something similar, how do you make sure that your business stays ahead? Well, this is where the training of these systems, becomes extremely important. So your system has its own knowledge base. This is all of your strategies, your frameworks, all these things that we've talked about. And then you've got your system prompt. The clients need to help build this. So when you onboard a client, in any case, you collect some sort of information from them. It's something that you collect, whether it's their business or service, what products they're selling, customer information. It doesn't really like it. You know what you need to collect from your clients during that onboarding phase. You know what it is. There's relevant information for you to be able to do that work that goes into the system, into your system. Sorry. What is that? You have to define that, what that is. So that you actually have a client knowledge base. I'm just going to put no base so it fits. So your clients actually have a knowledge base that work with your knowledge base. So over time, as you start onboarding more clients into this, each one of these builds a knowledge base. And I'm going to come back to this because it's extremely important on how this is going to be valuable. It's like is it important that I have a whole bunch of client knowledge bases? How is it going to help me actually grow my business? Well, there's a couple reasons for that. Now they're using your system prompt. Each client's using your system prompt to get out that they're trying to get that output. And when you're using stuff like ChatGPT or any of these AI tools, you typically see a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And this is feedback. You're giving feedback to the actual system to get better. So as your clients are using it, and if you're closer to your clients, because in the beginning, you might only have 5, 10, 15 clients that you're working with who are using this system prompt, is being able to set this up where when people interact with the system prompt, you have the ability to collect that feedback from them. What's working? What's not working? Because what you do is as they do that, you go in and you just make small tweaks. I'm actually going to make this in green. Small tweaks to the prompt, and it continues to progress over time. Your system prompt becomes stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger because you're collecting feedback from the people, most importantly, what's not working, so you can make sure that your business is getting better. Then you've got, again, back to your client knowledge base. You have these two knowledge bases working together. It's two different brains that are coming together to be able to come up with the output that the system prompt is just guiding it to do. And this is where the knowledge bases together becomes so powerful in time. It's like as your knowledge base gets smarter, the client information becomes more valuable because all you're doing is feeding it into your strategies, your frameworks, into the system prompt that continues to make your system more valuable. It's a growth by collaboration model. I talk about this all the time, the collaboration behind it. No, your clients aren't necessarily going to be a part of any big exit if that's where you ever want to go to or the value of the company, but you're using them to help collaborate to make your system better and not make it worse. So the more clients you bring on, the more valuable your knowledge base and your system prompt gets. And this is where you need to really make sure that you have agent feedback loops and you're staying very close to your customers to be able to collect that information to make your business better. So in the first one, in part one, they're paying you to build the product. So they paid you to build this whole thing. Great. Now, as they're using it, they're making it more valuable by just giving you feedback, having your system set up. So again, you can just tweak the prompts ever so slightly. It's so simple. It's crazy what AI can do for your business to make it more valuable. And then the last thing with this, so we've got every client that comes through, which is great. And what I'm actually going to do is tease this because this is where you start creating your whole flywheel. What you can do this. How do you attach it to more verticals? Every single one of these clients will make your business so valuable in expanding verticals, doing more things than just delivering the outputs. I just want to place in your head, it's like, what else could I do with this client information now that I have it? Imagine the possibilities if you had all of the business information from all of your clients in one spot and you could just plug AI into it. How valuable that would be to you, what you would be able to unlock, what would you be able to uncover. Those are the next part of this whole flywheel and why it's so important to have all of this stuff underneath one system. This is why your AI tools being siloed does not work. This is why it becomes extremely tough to scale, because all of these things do not connect together unless it's in your system. You need them to be able to talk to each other. This flywheel is going to change the way that your business runs and scales because of the information that's in it. This is, like I was saying, part 2 of part 1. We're taking your client's information, your client's using the system to make your system better. So to recap the whole thing, in the part 1, we had clients fund the whole product. They built the whole thing for us. Thank you. Didn't cost us a dime. We just had to be patient and eat shit for a little bit longer. Sorry, I couldn't go to the 5-star hotel or fly first class, whatever it may be. But we now have this system because we know that we want to be ahead of everybody else. As the clients are using it and paying us this money, they're giving us feedback on what works and what doesn't work, giving us the ability to update our system prompt to be better than the competitors. Because when the competitors join, you've already collected so much information, you've tweaked the system prompt, and you've done all those things that it inevitably is going to be better than them. Attaching it to your knowledge base, your expertise, your frameworks, your strategies, and having them work together is part 1 of that, of staying ahead. Then you have your clients' knowledge bases. You onboard them, your client's knowledge base, whatever it may be. Think of when you onboard them, what is that information that you need to do the work for them? That's essentially, in simple forms, what a client knowledge base is. Having those two work together, your client knowledge base and your knowledge base, to utilize the system prompt, to be able to provide you feedback. Those two things together make your knowledge base smarter as well. And then the last thing is, as you add more clients into the whole AI system, what does this do for your business? Think about it. If I had all of my clients' business information in an AI system, what would I be able to unlock? What would I be able to do in marketing? What would I be able to do in competitive research? What would I be able to do? That is your flywheel. And that's what I'm going to be going through in the next video for you to understand how we can turn this into the future of what your business is going to be. It seems like it is this simple because it is. It doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't. So just step back, go watch part 1 again, watch this through a couple of times, and you'll probably understand that in the first week of the foundational stuff, these things will start piecing it all together. And there's a reason, there's a flow behind this whole month that I've planned to make sure that everything becomes digestible over time. If you've got any questions, just comment below, because as these weeks go on, I want to answer the questions as best as I can to be able to provide you with all the insights that you need to be able to go and do this yourself. So take a think. Your business is so valuable. There's so much gold into it. You just need the shovels to be able to get access to that gold. Comment below. And as I said in the beginning, I am building a AI system that helps me post 196 pieces of content across February, across my social media. I'm doing it myself. I've built the whole thing, and I'm continuing to put out content like this across my social media. So if you want to follow along, please like, subscribe here on my YouTube. And if you do want access to the exact system that I am doing this content, just head over to my Instagram and direct message me 196 to be one of the first to get it. Bootstrapping your business is not difficult anymore with AI. Sit back, watch what's coming, because it's more some tactical stuff, and get excited for this this business flywheel that I'm going to be releasing tomorrow. But as always, stay dialed.